Morning guys, it's a very fresh and misty morning this morning. It is freezing, but today is the day. It's time to take this big van for its MOT. A little bit nervous. I really wanted to get breakdown cover for this journey, but because it hasn't got its MOT and it hasn't got road tax, I can't get breakdown cover, which is a little bit unsettling, but it's going to have to be the way that it is. It's all a bit stupid really, because you can't tax a vehicle unless it's got an MOT on it, and obviously I need to take it for an MOT. So it's one of those things, you just got to drive it untaxed. Supposedly it's allowed as long as you're booked into an MOT station, because I think the police will literally check to see if you have an appointment or not. But anyway, I'm not worried about the police, I'm worried about breaking down. But hopefully not. So yeah, let's get on the road and see how this goes. Although before I head off, check out the light in the forest. Looks absolutely beautiful. Well, here goes nothing. 45-minute drive to the MOT station and drop this baby off. Please! Please pass, or at least not need much. Oh god. Right, I'll speak to you soon. So, the van's in and I'm sat in the park. On the way over I was overtaken and basically lost power. Just couldn't accelerate properly at all, which isn't ideal. Luckily I managed to just kind of limp all the way to the MOT station. So safe to say I was half an hour late because I couldn't accelerate up hills or anything. I was in third gear trying to like gain any speed. I mean, worst case scenario could be turbo, but it did sound like there was a sort of pop noise, and I had a look under the bonnet and it certainly looked like one of the tubes that connect to the radiator had come loose. So I'm really hoping that's all it is. Should be hearing back in the next half hour or so about the MOTs, so fingers crossed. But yeah, I'm gonna mosey on over to the garage now and see what the news is. Welcome to one of the worst days of my life. Right, so last I left you, van was going for its MOT. Went in really late, it went in at 1 o'clock when it should have been going in at 11 o'clock. The buses here are terrible, and it's a 90-minute bus from where I live to the garage. So I kind of just went on the hump that it was going to fail, so I decided to get the bus home. Got the bus home, 90 minutes, walking down the track towards the house. So I'm literally 30 meters from home, and they call me to say that it has indeed failed, and it's failed miserably. It needs welding, which is one of the worst parts. You know, I was expecting some, you know, light window washers, I don't know, little jobs, but it had all of those and a load of welding. And the better news is that they said that they only have one person that welds, and he's not in again until the 5th of November. Oh, there's two sheep having a shag. 5th of November, it's currently the 18th of October, so that's not ideal. Anyway, so I've called my mechanic, who is an hour and a half from me in the other bloody direction to the garage, and he says he'll do the welding. So basically I'm walking to get the 90-minute bus again back to the van, to get the van, to drive it 2 hours to the mechanic, to then get home from the mechanic. So once I've got the van to the mechanic, he lives in the arse end of nowhere, literally the arse end of nowhere. So I'm really hoping my brother can pick me up from there. I don't even know if there's a bus that's going to get me home, so I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. But I need to get the van up there so that he can weld it. It also sounds like they were just ripping this van apart. Like, some of the stuff that's on the list just seems petty. But I'm going to take it up to my mechanic for a second opinion. Sorry if you can't see my face or hear me because of the wind, but it's probably for the better because I am angry and probably going to swear. I've just walked to the bus and it's not on. So I need to walk back to the house, the bloody mile and a half or whatever it is, wait for 45 minutes and then walk back the mile and a half again to the bus stop to get that 90-minute bus to then drive to the mechanic and then get home. Today can just do one, seriously. Here we go again. So I'm leaving the house, I'm walking to the village, getting the 90-minute bus. Thankfully my brother's going to pick me up from the mechanic once I get there. I left the house at like 20 past 8 this morning, and I think I'm going to be home about 20 past 10 at night. What an absolute shitter of a day. The worst part is, I've rambled in these videos, so I can't even remember what I've said. It's just been like, brain's just running 100 miles an hour. But something that's dawned on me, which is absolute crap, is that Small Bruce's MOT expires in 4 days time. So this big van's going up to the mechanic, needs welded. It's probably going to be with him for a week, 2 weeks, Last time our small van needed welded up there, it was there for 3 weeks. I think this is a smaller job, but still going to be without a van for a while, which means little Bruce, our original van, the small van, is going to just have to be parked up, and I'm going to have to rely on my mum to get to the shop and stuff. And then once I get the big van back, somehow, I'm going to have to move into it immediately. And at the moment, it doesn't have running water, it doesn't have the gas plumbed in, it doesn't have a mattress, and the flue's not in, so it has no heating, which is the best part. So basically, when I get the big van back, I have to, probably within the space of a day or two, install the flue, the gas, and the water pump, so that it's actually habitable, move into it, and get the other van to its MOT. So talk about being a big bastard ball of stress right now. But it'll all work out, always does. Try to stay positive, but it's just one of those times in your life where you just keep getting hit again and again and again. The luck's got to change at some point, surely. Anyway, I'm gonna get this bus and get the van, and I'll catch you guys at the van, hopefully. But actually, hopefully it's been stolen and I could just claim it on insurance, because fuck this. Nah, hopefully it hasn't. I've put way too much time into that van. So I'll catch you guys at the van when I get there. So I'm in town, and the mechanic should have left the key on the top of the tow bar on the van. There he is. I'm not angry, Bruce, I'm just disappointed. At least the key's still there. So hopefully you can hear me over all the squeaking in the road and bumps and all the rest. I'm already in the middle of nowhere and I'm still nowhere near the garage, or should I say my mechanic. I'll tell you what's kind of funny. One of the failures was because the lights, something to do with them not being bright enough. But I would say they're considerably brighter than my other van. Plus, of course, I've got the massive light bar on the roof, so you'd think that that would count for something, because it certainly brightens stuff up. Like, surely that counts for something. Surely. Oh well. It's been an absolute shiter of a day, and I've never really sworn in YouTube videos. I try to keep it all PG, but today's one of those days where there are no words other than swear words. You'll notice I'm going quite slow around these corners. I actually had my first car crash, or only car crash, on this road, and it's on a corner coming up, and it really sneaks out of nowhere. And I really don't want to be coming around it too fast in this van. That's the corner right there. I was coming around and it was soaking wet and it was pitch black and it was misty, and that corner absolutely came out of nowhere. I spun round and I basically slammed into the wall on the other side of the road. Not today. I don't know if you can hear that awful squeak. It's doing my absolute head in. It seems to be coming from the passenger door, which, I mean, isn't too concerning. It's an easy fix, presumably, but my god, is it annoying. Oh, in fact, this is the corner I crashed on. See, that's it. I don't even know which one it is. It's this one. She's tight as hell. This is a very narrow bridge, and I'm in a much longer van than my old van. That is very narrow. I've got, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches on each side. Tight squeeze. Anyway, I'm going to stop chatting and yeah, just film until my battery dies, because my phone's almost dead. My brother should be coming to pick me up, otherwise it's going to be a very lonely, cold night trying to walk back to his house. Hopefully you guys can hear and see me okay, but I've had word that Big Bruce has been fixed. Which means I need to take it for his MOT. So I've rang up an MOT station and they can take me on Wednesday. It's Tuesday today, so that means they can take me tomorrow. Bruce is completely empty. There's nothing in there. I've got the diesel heater running on full whack, try to dry him out as much as possible before he has to sit, because he might be sat a while, and the mechanic says he's pretty busy, but obviously it makes more sense to do a vehicle swap. Get Big Bruce, the new van, for his MOT, and hopefully it passes, otherwise I'm stranded in Dumfries. I'm sure it'll all go fine. Anyway, I need to do an hour and a half drive up to my mechanic. Bruce is running fine, because he always does, pick up Big Bruce and hopefully he runs fine, get him back here, and then first thing tomorrow morning off for his MOT. So I've officially swapped the vans over. I hope you can hear me. It was a bit weird last night actually. It was quite late on in the night that I realised it was probably the last time I'm ever going to sleep in Little Bruce, which was yeah, a bit strange. I'll tell you what though, it does feel good driving this van. There's some power in it and it's sounding good, it's feeling good. First thing tomorrow morning I have to drive this to the mechanic in Dumfries and get it for its MOT, and hopefully it passes. If it doesn't, we're kind of up shit creek without a van. Anyway, I'm just blithering shite, so I'm going to get off and drive home, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow, probably at the MOT centre or in a lay-by with a police car behind me. So I'll speak to you soon. You can take me out in nature, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to forage. That right there, and those made of wax caps. Perfectly good edible, but I'm not going to pick them. Well, for one, I'm not going to walk over those graves. I've come to a cool church to give you an update. I never vlog in public, so instead I come to a fucking graveyard. I think I'm hearing people. But yeah, it's been a nightmare of a day. And I've had no idea when the van was going in. But my GPS alarm just went off, which means they've probably just taken up the ramp. So I should know within the next hour. I'm not going to fill you in on my day because it was terrible, and I don't want to ruin the vlog with just loads of crap. So instead, here's the few shots I've got around Dumfries. Full of wandered around for 4 hours with bugger all to do. So I'm calling my chances 50-50 here. Basically the train station's behind me, which is where the bus leaves from, which is how I'll get home if it fails and has to stay in. Ahead of me is a 45-minute walk to the van. So I thought I might as well roll the dice and start walking towards the van, because I'll be between the train station and the van, which are my two options out here. But the way today's going, I'm very sceptical. I don't even know why I'm walking towards the van. I guess I'm just trying to manifest it, trying to make it so that it does happen, so that he does pass, and so that I can go home with the van. It's not too much to ask, is it? I just got the call. He passed! He fucking passed! Oh my god. Oh shit, I was supposed to go that way. Oh my god. There had to be a reason so many things were going wrong today. It was so he would bloody pass, isn't it? It's all balanced out. Well, that's what I'm believing anyway. Although, I've realised a fatal error. You can't tax a vehicle without some of the documents, i.e. logbook, V11. They're all at the house, not in the van, because you should never really keep the logbook with a van, because it makes it even easier for someone to steal it, because they can just fill it out and send it off. Sorry, I'm so out of breath. I haven't walked in probably a year. But anyway, I need to get hold of someone at the house to get me the code, otherwise I can't tax him. Oh, so glad he passed. You know, I haven't tallied it up, I think going on 14, 15, maybe even more, 1500, getting him fixed up since he first broke down 11 months ago. And I honestly think I spent more in town today than the MOT is going to cost. Just out of absolute boredom. I bought food I didn't need so I could sit down somewhere. I got a haircut I didn't need so I could sit down somewhere. I had to buy a waterproof cover for my bag because I've got my laptop on me. He checks around for J keys. But anyway, I'm just going to walk to pick him up, see myself another taxi. Cracks me up, like, I've been, you know, basically a hermit living in a van, in a yard, and haven't seen any people. So I'm walking along this wee path, just smiling at everyone that comes past. Amount of folk that are just like, don't even glance at you. Never mind say hello back. What's wrong with a bit of human interaction now and then? Oh well. Just went past the speed camera and I couldn't help but smile, just knowing that I've got tax, MOT, insurance, was under the limit. Oh. It felt like this day would never come, honestly. I have a road legal van and he drives like a dream. Well, apart from second gear. He's got a crunchy second gear, but we'll not talk about that. That's for another day. So now I'm just making my way home. I was tempted to go around and like go to the hardware stores and get some supplies and stuff like that. But if I'm being honest, it feels a bit alien driving right now. Like, it's been that long. I mean, especially since driving this van, it's been ages. So it feels a bit weird. The steering wheel feels massive, my seat position is completely different. It's got 6 gears, the reverse is on the other side of the gear stick, so I'm just not like massively confident about getting around a really busy town. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy the fact that I can cruise along in 6th gear in my road legal van, and it's clearing up, which is nice. It's to be nice for the next 2 days, so I don't know if this is in the middle of a vlog, or the end of a vlog, or the start of a vlog, because this is about 5 vlogs from where I'm editing right now. So it's either a hello and welcome to the vlog, goodbye, see you next time, or check out the next scene where I start building some stuff. But anyway, whatever it is, I'll catch you guys soon.